Hey folks, Eric the old jarhead here. I've got a couple boxes here of bands that I need to send back to Resharp, and one of you recently asked me about using the band gauge. So it's what I call it anyway. It's my little band wheel. You'll notice on it, on the one side, it has etched in it the band type or degrees. So if you can read this, 4 degrees. So it's pretty simple. Now what you're also going to notice is that I've painted these and I've written on the other side. So on this side you'll notice there's a 9, 10, 4, 7. I've done that because when you grab a band in your hand and you've got to turn this around one way, and I always seem to be on the back side of where the etching is. So I don't know what that is. Now I know what yellow is because I paint my bands with a yellow spot to let me know that they're 7s, and if they're orange, they're 4s. So let's take a look. First of all, one of the things that I got to tell you, safety first. And I know, a lot of people don't think about this, but I will tell you, these bands are sharp even when they're not. They will bite you. All right, so here's a band. This guy is new, and new-ish. It's come back from the resharp shop, and I don't see anything on it to tell me what it is. So I've got to use this guy here to figure that out. So I'm going to try to show you that. Now this is the side that's etched. That's obviously not going to work right here. Yes, I could come across over here and do it over there, but why walk over there? All I gotta do is drop that sucker around like this, and now I've got it marked. It's a 10. So what you do is, all you do is you just lay this in here on the teeth and try to see how closely it matches that tooth profile. That matches perfectly with a 10-degree band. So first of all, safety first. Okay, that's a 10. Now, and I like the flat boxes. Save them all. They just make life easier. So I go ahead and I toss them in here, just the way they come. Although I'll be honest with you, I kind of reverse the way the company does it. So Wood Mizer sends these out turned the other way, right? So if we look at these, you can see teeth marks here in this shape. Okay. So if I were to flip this band over, it would sit like that, all right? And that's okay, that's fine. That's the way they do it. I don't have a problem with that. If you look at the way the writing is on the box, it looks like you're always over on this side, right? Come on, Wood Mizer, that ain't how we do it. So theoretically, there's the writing on the box, there's the guy. Yeah, they got some guy on there, little cartoon or whatever, telling you how to put them in there. Yeah, no. So here I can walk right up to the box. Obviously I'm standing right in front of the box. It's just an observation. It's just maybe one of those little things that you do. Maybe you don't do it. Let me know in the comments. Do you do this? I turn them around because I can easily take the bands out and put them back in this way. So I've got to put a few away so I can get them ready. So I have a mix of 10-degree bands, 7-degree bands, and 1 9-degree. How the heck it got in there, I don't know. Here in my box, I've got, looks like 3 remaining 4-degree bands. This goes in the box. That way I never lose it. Just toss her in there. Notice I've got some band wheel belts here in there as well. That way I don't have to go looking for them if I have one break in the field. This guy here has the remaining of my 15 4-degree bands. I've got a 9-degree band. Oh, you know what? This box here, that extra band is a Turbo 7. Because the strange, odd 9-degree band that I wanted to try for frozen logs, and I don't think my logs ever get cold enough. I'm not even sure why a 9-degree would be better than a 10-degree or a 7-degree on frozen logs, but that's what they were making at the time. It's still floating around, and I always say I'm going to hang it on the wall and not use it. Probably up at the cabin, I said, oh, I'll use it, so I need to take it up there. And I still got a couple here, so I got 15, well, maybe 14 bands in here. And as part of my resharp program, when I send that box in, assuming they have stock, and currently with our supply chain problems, we keep shutting down and locking down and all that stuff for COVID. Stop it. I can't get another band. They don't have enough to put one in there. Normally with the resharp program, if they get a box of 14, I will get a box of 15 back. Didn't happen last time. Then I've got a couple more 10s here. I gotta put those guys in the box. So I've got the box here, and then I've got a box of 10s here. So that is 14 or 15 10-degree bands in here. So 15 plus the 10 that I expected to have, right? And then I should have 10, 15 more. So 30, 40, 10-degree bands, which means I should have 15 4s, 15 7s. I don't. It might seem like I'm not happy with Wood Mizer's resharp program, and that is not the truth. I actually love resharp. I don't have to deal with it myself. I normally always try to send out a box of 15. So it's a little bit odd that I've got 2 here, especially because I had 2 boxes done previously. I did some milling. I used up about half those. I think I just had a bunch left over. Anyway, folks, this is not exactly the videos I've been doing lately with a bunch of milling going on and some music in the background. But I wanted to kind of share just a little bit about the gauge, how you use that. It's something that you want to have because you're really, you want to know what the heck your bands are if you have different bands. I will tell you right now, if somebody came to me and said, what should I get, right? Wood Mizer's going to send me an LT35 or an LT40. What band should I get? Wood Mizer's going to tell you 10-degree bands are great for everything. I'm going to say, if you're milling softwoods up, if that's your primary thing you're milling, get 7s, frankly. 7s are great. I really like 7s. If you're milling big, wide softwoods or hardwoods, you might want to consider 4s. If you're expecting, nails or metal in them, I've actually had bimetals cut right through a nail that would have just taken out a standard double hard, and they cut right through it and kept on going. So bimetals actually can be really useful for those old farm beams. That's why they made them, but they're also really good for burned trees. Forest fire, somebody pulls those trees down before they get too dry, you mill them up. Those bimetals work pretty good for that. Somebody recently asked, how would they do on the big knots on those big ponderosas I was doing? Honestly, I hadn't thought of that. So thanks for bringing that up. My first gut response was to say, no, you don't want to use those. And then I thought, damn it. They do really well on really hard stuff. And I should have given those a try. I should have brought some bimetals out with me and thrown one of those on. And honestly, I just haven't used them in a long time. So good catch, but I might have to keep my bimetals back in the truck when I go out on another job, or I might have some big knotty ponderosas to do. Toss one on and give it a try. Or if I get some up at the cabin, I mill a lot of ponderosa, and I might want to give those a try and see how they go. So anyway, I better get these packed up because I got to get them over to the UPS store so I can get them out of here. Should get an industrial tape gun on. All right, these come, when Wood Mizer sends out these resharp boxes, they come with a label already in the box. So you're ready to go. You just slap that sucker on there, take it over to the UPS store. And then they got this nice new box. So, Marines, we don't just do anything halfway. We gotta do it extra. This is an old box. It's still surviving. Wood Mizer is always great because they'll send out a new one with the next bands. So they'll take care of me. They'll send me a nice box. This one's gotten a little bit too old, a little bit beat up. But it's kind of nice because I write my customer number right on the box. So there's no question whose bands they are when they get them. They can look that right up. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, and if you enjoy what you see here, if I'm entertaining enough,